You've probably heard a ton about the incredible potential of AI and analytics on platforms like Azure, right? But here's the multi-million-dollar question that's getting louder every single day. How do you actually make these massive investments pay for themselves? Well, that's what we're going to break down right here. Exactly how to turn your data initiatives from just another cost center into a self-funding engine for real growth.
This quote absolutely nails it. The whole conversation has shifted. I mean, it's not about the magic of AI anymore, is it? It's about the math. Your finance department, your CFO, they want to know what it costs to run in Azure every month, and way more importantly, where's the return on the profit and loss statement?
And you know, this new reality creates what you could call the AI double bind. This is especially true if you're a data leader. You're basically caught between two really powerful competing forces, and it's putting every single project you have under a microscope.
So on one side, you've got your business stakeholders, and they're banging on the door for more. They want faster insights, smarter automation, all the latest AI goodies. But on the other side, the finance team is pulling back hard on the reins. They're demanding tighter controls, a rock-solid, crystal-clear ROI, and, let's be honest, probably fewer experiments that don't lead to a tangible payoff. This right here, this is the core tension you've got to solve.
So the big question is, how do you break free from that bind? Well, the solution isn't always throwing more tech or bigger models at the problem. Nope. It actually starts with building a disciplined financial foundation. And that, my friends, is where FinOps comes in. Now, this is so crucial. FinOps isn't just some tool you buy. It's a total culture shift. It's a mindset where you stop treating your cloud bill like it's a fixed utility, like the electric bill. Instead, you start actively managing it as a variable cost. And this isn't just one person's job. It's about shared responsibility. Your engineering, product, and finance teams all have to be in it together. Honestly, it's the fastest way to free up budget for innovation without having to go ask for more money. Okay, let me give you 3 quick wins you can put into practice right away. First, tag and allocate everything. I mean it. Every single resource in Azure has to have an owner and a budget, no exceptions. Second, right-size your compute. So many companies provision for a peak load that happens maybe once a quarter, and then that oversized machine just sits there burning cash forever. Don't do that. Provision for what you typically use and just scale up when you need to. And third, tier your storage. Set up rules to automatically move older, colder data to cheaper storage. Just doing these 3 things can slash your waste in a huge way.
Okay, so you've used FinOps to create some breathing room in the budget. Now you can get strategic. With every single dollar being scrutinized, the days of just throwing spaghetti at the wall with a dozen AI experiments are, well, they're over. The new game is to focus on fewer, better AI projects, the ones that have a direct, measurable impact.
So what makes an AI project strong in the eyes of a CFO? It's really not about how technically complex or cool it is. It's about tackling a specific, measurable pain point. Think customer churn or forecast accuracy. It's got a short implementation cycle so you see the payoff in the same budget year you spent the money. And this is critical. You can explain its value in simple unit economics. All that means is you can say something like, for every invoice we process, this new model saves us 10 cents. It's that simple.
Let's make this super real. A collections prioritization project isn't just cool AI. No. Its whole purpose is to directly lower your days sales outstanding. That's the time it takes to get paid after a sale. Lowering that number directly improves cash flow. An inventory optimization model, that directly cuts your carrying costs. A little AI helper for your frontline agents, that lowers the cost for every single customer interaction. You see, each one has a clear, defensible link straight to a financial metric.
All right, so we've covered financial discipline and picking the right projects. The third pillar is something that, well, it's often seen as a pretty boring IT chore, but it is actually a massive, and I mean massive, financial tool that's so often overlooked, and that is data governance.
I want you to really think about this for a second. Is data governance really just a box-ticking exercise for the IT folks? Just another compliance headache that you have to deal with?
The answer is a huge, resounding no. Not even close. It is a direct lever for your costs and your ROI. Think about it. Bad data quality leads to wasted compute cycles in Azure, which cost money. It leads to endless rework in your reporting, which costs time. And it leads to AI projects that are just doomed from the start because you can't trust the inputs. Every failed pilot isn't just wasted Azure spend, it's lost credibility with the business.
Okay, so let's pull it all together. You've implemented FinOps. You're picking high ROI projects. You have strong data governance. The final, absolutely critical piece of this puzzle is communication.
You have to learn to translate all your success into the one language your CFO truly speaks.
Look, your team, they get excited about model accuracy, clusters, and data pipelines. That's their world. But the finance team, what they hear and what they need to hear about is forecast accuracy, unit economics, and cash flow. The most successful data leaders, they learn to be bilingual. They report their progress by showing exactly how their work is moving those financial metrics, how it's lowering the cost per invoice or speeding up cash collection.
And that, right there, is the ultimate goal. That's the whole point. When you combine that FinOps discipline, those focused use cases, and strong data governance, you can completely transform your AI and analytics function. It stops being a cost center that's always coming to the business with its hand out, asking for more budget. And it becomes a self-funding engine that the business sees as a critical tool for growth.
So I'll just leave you with this one final thought. The question we should be asking is no longer if you can afford to invest in AI and analytics. The real question is, are you managing your Azure platform, your data, and your governance foundations well enough for those investments to start paying for themselves consistently?